beautiful little recipe for you today using some amazing Mix-a-Matos from Perfection Fresh. These have vastly become a staple in my house. They're great tomatoes, really diverse, nice mixture, all of your favorites in there from sweet to slightly salty to fresh. Awesome. And I'm gonna give you a really good little sauce that's gonna take your cooking to the next level. I'm literally gonna put a whole packet. It even comes with some olive oil and sea salt so you can have it as a snack. How good is that? So straight in, you don't need to cut it. You could cut it if you want to. I don't want to, okay? I want nice whole pieces of tomato, which are gonna slowly roast in the oven and blister. So 2 good packets. I've just got a tin of chopped tomatoes here. I'm gonna add that straight in. A nice generous helping of salt. A little bit of pepper. And then I've got a whole garlic here. So we're gonna roast this in the oven for about 35, 40 minutes, about 180 degrees. Halfway through, turn your garlic, okay? Because we're gonna use the garlic in the sauce. Straight through the middle, skin and all. If it's already falling off, just pull it off. We're gonna roast it flesh up for the first half, and then turn it over to flesh down for the second, okay? Pop that in the corner. The birds are singing, what a day. Olive oil, don't be shy, nice and generous. And then some fresh basil as well. We're gonna save some for the dish later, but some fresh basil through this, it's just amazing. For me, that is a picture in itself. It's beautiful, crisp, colourful. This is summer in a tray, in the oven now, 20 minutes, turn your garlic, another 20 minutes, and then we'll be back. Right, so while those tomatoes are cooking down in the oven nicely, we're gonna get a couple of other elements to our salad, our starter, whatever we want to call it, ready. So for the cucumbers today, I'm gonna do them slightly differently. I'm going to just cut them quite thick, our beautiful little cukes. For me, these cucumbers, they're always in my fridge. My daughter is obsessed with them. They're great for snacking, they're great flavor. They're really good to cook with, okay? And I'm just gonna cut them quite thick, and then we're just gonna salt it for 5 minutes, and then after that, I'm gonna blowtorch it, because I want a little bit of color, I want a little bit of char on there, I want a little bit of burn. That's more than enough for what we need. So I'm just gonna line them up, because it's gonna make it easier for us just to work with them all in a nice little line. And then we're just gonna salt it. That's gonna draw out the moisture. We're gonna get rid of that excess liquid, and then we'll blowtorch it. I've got a frying pan on here. Now, you can make your croutons in the oven, you can dry bake them, you can make them loads of different ways. One of my favorite ways of doing croutons is to just get a nice piece of old bread. You can use fresh if you want. It's better if you've got a couple of days old. This is about 2 days old. And then just rip off some rustic pieces, okay? Doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be tasty. It needs to be delicious. It needs to be, as John would say, yum. So we're just gonna rip off some pieces, just like that. So we've been heating our pan during this time, a nice amount of olive oil, and then once it's in there, we're gonna hit it with some salt, some pepper. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of garlic as well, because why not? And we're just gonna toast them off in the pan until they're nice and crunchy on the outside, but still soft in the middle. So you get that contrast of flavor, you get the crunch, you get the crisp, but then you get the juicy, soft bread in the center. With this dish, it will be perfect. I want it to be textural. I want you to have those layers of flavor. Something so simple. I mean, we had what, 4 ingredients? Olive oil, chopped tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, garlic. That's it. And look at it. Beautiful, delicious, and I want to serve it quickly because it's making me hungry. So I've just got a little bit of an ice bath here. Sit that in there just to chill it down, take some of the heat away. I don't want it cold, I want it at nice room temperature, okay? So that's just gonna literally cool down on the side whilst we plate up the rest. Such a easy dish. And this sauce, honestly, I've always got a jar in my fridge. Hello, birdies. There literally sits in the fridge, a layer of olive oil on the top, put it in a nice mason jar, and it will keep. It will keep for 1 month. So we're gonna start off first with some of that gorgeous tomato sauce. You're gonna take a nice spoon, put it in the base, so that you can see now why I left those tomatoes whole. Because they just blister, but they still remain beautiful and plump. They take in the juice from that olive oil. Look at those. Just beautiful, just beautiful. Look at that. You can see when you see the bounce, it's gonna be creamy and delicious in the middle. We're gonna pop that on top. Some texture. Our burnt salted cucumber. Give us that nice pop of green in there as well. Our toasted croutons. Remember, in a pan, not in the oven, because it gives you that soft, gooey middle. That's what you want. Put some of that in and around there as well. You can see the burrata is already starting to bleed. It's already oozing. Some of those croutons in there. Some more fresh basil. Some beautiful leaves in there. It looks chefy, but how easy was that? And of course, like any good Italian, a nice glug of olive oil at the end. Just so appetizing, visually beautiful.
G'day, Mike.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good to see you.
Very good. So the one time you come in and I'm doing a vegetarian.
I was about to say it looks great, but where's the meat, Mike?
It could go with meat. That's how good this is. And the sauce, the sugo, is incredible. You could serve that with some of your lamb cutlets.
Oh, lamb cutlets, yes.
Would be beautiful. Really
Yeah,
good, really
yeah.
delicious. But like, could I convert you to try my beautiful, humble vegetarian?
I'd love to try it, Mike. I'd love to try it.
Go on, get stuck
Okay.
in.
Okay, Mike. I'll try a little piece of this.
That's when you've got a good burrata. It
Yes.
should squirt at you. It should burst. All that cream, all that juice.
Very tasty.
Oh.
Bloody beautiful.
There you go.
Absolutely beautiful, Mike.
Yeah? Awesome. And if the meat man says it is, you've got to give it a go.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Gary.